And Wize philosopher, dope MC. Got my man Kane in the building, dope MC, poet. I got also my man Kane, one of my favorites. These are three of my favorite rap artists. So can I get my man Kane in here tonight with me? Yo, so Z, we talking about hip hop and guns tonight.
Yep.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
So one thing, everybody's weighing in on the topic of guns, and so I thought, the hip hop community needs to speak up about guns. So, Kane,
Yo.
let me get that Second Amendment. First thing I want to do, a lot of people got the Second Amendment mixed up.
Okay.
So we're going to clarify
Hold on.
something.
Is he getting real political?
Yes. You see
Second
the tie?
Amendment?
You see the tie?
He got the suit on.
You see the tie?
real serious.
You see the power suit?
He's suited
You
and
seen the
booted.
power suit tonight? The tie? I'm
Okay,
ready.
my bad. All right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm slacking.
Not the power suit with the Adidas on. The man has, he has the
No.
shoes.
I got
Yeah,
the
he
hard
dress
bottoms.
shoes,
The
Brooks
hard bottoms.
Brothers.
He
Yes.
got the hard bottoms.
Okay,
on.
so
Yes.
That's that John Legend joint.
Hey, Second Amendment.
Straight from Shoe City. But here we go. The Second Amendment reads as this: a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's for all those people that want to quote the Second Amendment and say, I got the right to bear arms.
Right.
That's not what it says.
not what it says.
That's part of it. So, Kane, give me your interpretation of the Second Amendment.
My interpretation is pretty much based on the history before they wrote that amendment, right? You're
Okay.
talking about a people who had they were oppressed in their own little way. They was oppressed in their way.
Okay.
And they had found freedom behind this new gained power, this distance, this new land, and whether it was by force, the invention of the gun at the time, the weapons,
Okay.
the gun, you know what I'm saying? The invention of the gun was so magnanimous. It was like wow, this was a negotiator tool.
Okay.
That he was dealing with a being ruled by an iron fist, but now they had iron. You know what I'm saying, in their fist.
Okay.
It was like, and the truth of the matter is, it's like that was the leverage. That was the bargaining chip. So when they seen it work, then you write the amendment out. They go, yo, we gotta make sure this stays around because it's the only reason we got this freedom right now. You know?
Okay.
It's like we can, and they're real. I think the Second Amendment is one of the most honest amendments because it's saying, hey, this is how we got to where we are. We had an organized militia. We got together. We had a purpose and a plan behind this thing, this tool.
Okay.
Not necessarily this death bringer, but this tool we got is what we need in case any other government tries to throw us over. Because that's what they were dealing with. They were dealing with a blatant government trying to oppress them. And they said we fought them back with these.
So in today's society, do you think it still has the same meaning?
No.
Okay. How do you feel it's interpreted now?
How it's interpreted now? You got a whole. It's kind of like a fixation with the gun culture. It's a fixation. It's not a. We talking about colonial days. We're talking about when this was written. Everybody really didn't have guns.
Right.
You didn't really just have them sitting around the house.
Okay.
But nowadays, it's you got them everywhere. They're on the black market. You can buy
Right.
them at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You can buy them everywhere.
Okay.
And so, but at the same time, you're not dealing with a people who got their backs that far pressed against the wall.
Okay.
With the enemy, like with a common enemy. So
Okay.
the same mindset's not the same today.
Okay. All right. That was my man Black Kane, super poet, super MC. Next, I got
something for the people.
Next, I got my man Wize philosopher, one of the dopest rappers I know. So, Wize, can you tell us what your interpretation of the Second Amendment means?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? To me, I think it all goes to that first part that you read, a well-regulated militia.
Okay.
I think, if we go back into history and we go to the time of the Revolutionary War, basically what this is all about is, the British could walk in up on you and just run up in your house, do whatever they wanted to. Take what they would do, they would take residence up on your house, your crib, whatever.
Wow.
And just run up in there, and if they wanted to use that as like an outpost for the night, they could do that.
Okay.
So the government took many steps into preventing that. And one of the steps is that you could protect your own dwelling or whatever because you had the right to bear your own arms to protect yourself from your own government, as well as other foreign entities coming in. So that's the militia. A militia, at the time of this inception, the United States was so young, it didn't really have a real standing army.
Okay.
All they had is, a few hundred, maybe 1,000 soldiers here or there. But the army consisted of people pulling people out of their houses and stuff. Go get your gun, like the Minutemen militia. Go get your gun. We going to war.
Okay.
But nowadays we don't have that situation.
Yeah.
Our government is the most powerful entity on the planet.
Okay.
And you talk about well regulated. Well regulated means that, for instance, you can have guns.
Yeah.
But you don't need a AK-47.
Wow,
because I'm gonna explain to you why you don't need an AK-47.
A lot of people feel like they need
I'm
one.
gonna tell you why you don't need an AK-47.
Street sweeper.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why you don't need an AK-47. See, everybody's gonna come at me and say, "Well, Wize, man, I need an AK-47 because I got that right to bear that arm." Well-regulated means that you don't need stuff that our army particularly needs to do warfare, because you ain't in warfare.
Right.
We don't need you to step out your house anymore like it was in 1776. We got drones and tanks and stuff now. What do you think your AK-47 is going to do? You can't go to war against no.
No, I don't think you want to step up against the Navy. Or,
Yeah, you ain't stepping
I don't know.
nothing with the,
When they can hit you from like 100
Right.
miles away.
Right. If them planes is coming at you, I don't know what you're going to do. Where you going to run? What you going to do when them planes
So you
coming at
can't
you?
spill at me. Well, I need that because the army got that, so I got to protect. Well, you might need a nuke too. I mean, so what?
So the key Wize is telling y'all the key to that is a well-regulated militia. That's what you're saying.
A well-regulated means that you have the right to regulate the arms.
Okay.
So it's not about being against people having guns. It's about regulating which guns
Everything
they
needs
have.
some kind of regulation.
I'm going to say this. I hate guns.
You know what?
Drop knowledge. DK, whatever you want to call me. I hate
Get ready. They coming
guns.
for you. They are coming for you, Drop.
the whole aspect. The fact
I don't
that-
like them either, though.
The fact that a man or a woman got so much control in the instant
Right.
that's
serious.
unsettling.
It's serious.
In the instant, you could change everything for so many people.
One trigger
That's
pull.
it. Change everything. It doesn't sit well with me. Let me hit a slingshot with a hard-boiled egg in it or something.
Drop got bow and arrows at his house.
Hey, stop playing. Shout to Mother Nigeria, Igbo tribe. I'm telling you, I hit you with a
Yes,
star real quick.
yes. Let me get to my last.
I am that dude.
Let me get to my last guest, Mr. Kobe Kane. No, this is not the
Leave
guy.
my guns alone, fool.
This is not the guy that eats all the hot dogs. This is not the hot dog eating champion. This is not that Kobayashi. This is the next guy, the next best rapper. So here we go. Mr. Kobayashi, I want to read it one more time for anybody that just tuned in. I'm going to read the Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What's that mean to you, Kobe?
My opinion, it lies real close to what my man Wize was talking about.
Okay.
That first phrase, well regulated. I've done a little bit of research, looking and trying to find the scope of the argument during its time. And yeah, he's right. When the British was just running up in your house and doing all, we didn't have a good a solid army. What it ended up being was that it was allowing civilians. It's kind of the way I think of it is the Army Reserve.
Okay.
Basically, what the civilians ended up being were the Army Reserves, because we didn't have a real army, and they could call on the people with their weapons because the government wasn't going to supply them with weapons, so they could bring their own weapons to help protect their free state. And so, which also developed into the draft. There's a whole. I'm shortchanging it because of the time.
Well, what do you say? I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you say that all of y'all said that our backs aren't against the wall like it was when the Second Amendment was written? Some people still feel that there's a threat out there still. It might not be the British. It might be Pojo and Nuck Nuck. They might come They might come.
I had a cousin named Nut.
Well, I got a cousin named Little Pistol Starter. But Some people feel like, no, in all seriousness, somebody feel like the thugs and whoever might run up in your house. So, like, what do you say to people who feel that there still is that kind of danger out there? It's just not.
I mean, you have a right to protect your home. I don't know that you need AKs, ARs, and all of that. That's the reason why the military uses those in war. You can't come up, I mean, we got kids dying over using these war guns.
Right. Yeah.
And something has to change. Now, we have to also consider these are government given rights.
Right.
And it's hard for me to see anything as a right if you can take it away. So it's more like a government. It's
Say
like a
I
government
don't, Kobe.
given.
Say that again. Say that again, for real.
I
Say
don't
that
think
again.
it's a right if you can take it away. So these are government given privileges.
Privileges. I like that word, privileges.
These are privileges, and there's an honor and a responsibility that comes with owning guns and using guns. And I think just because you turn a certain age, you can buy guns. Because somebody says it's a right, I don't think that that's proper for what it was intended for. So
Woo, it's getting hot, y'all. We about to go back to some more
All right.
music, but
you know you got some good old boys that are like, I keep my gun whatever I want to. I don't care what Kobe say.
They hide the guns right now. But yeah, we're going to get back into some music. I got my man DJ Nice One,
He's here.
my favorite DJ. So we about to get into some music. Duke's Corner coming back real soon. We're going to continue Hip Hop and Guns.
Hit it, holler at us 974-2535. 974-2535, the Entertainment Hip Hop Show. DJ Nice One. Ladies night. Yeah, Nice One is in here.